Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Nav.
And we are live.
Woo! Live on YouTube every weekday starting at 7:30 a.m.
Right.
Pacific time.
And
how does it feel?
I mean, it feels a bit nerve-wracking.
I know, in
cancelled.
the flesh.
But what we want is for people to listen or watch on YouTube and comment below the video.
Yeah, engage with us.
Yeah.
If you have a question, ask us. And at the very end, we are going to be picking out some questions and answering them.
Yep. So keep leaving them based on all the stories we talk about, and it can be funny or serious or a question.
I feel like people are going to write in saying, like, when is Charlie Cotton going to cut his hair?
Or when is Charlie Neff going to cut her hair?
Hey!
But yeah,
Healthy.
so we'll do that at the end of every episode from now on. So very exciting.
Woo woo!
All right. Today we're going to talk about a very viral video at this point, making the rounds of Nicole Kidman and Salma Hayek at a Balenciaga event.
Wow, the tension in this video, you could cut it with a knife.
Bianca Censori's mum is responding to a claim that Kanye West wanted to bang her.
Yeah, how do you even say anything to that?
It's pretty crazy. And the final story we will do is Aoki Lee Simmons, Kimora Lee, and Russell's daughter. She, very sadly, is quitting modeling.
She is tired of being compared to her famous model mother.
To begin with, though, Nicole Kidman and Salma Hayek had a very awkward run-in at a Balenciaga show in Paris on September 30th. So this is like the Zapruder film. Everyone is picking apart this video, trying to determine what happened between these two A-listers.
Yes.
You got any idea?
No, but it's interesting because there's just this part of a video where you see they're trying to pose for a photo with Katy Perry. And there's all these paparazzi. And, you know, they always want to get a bunch of celebrities together and get good photos to kind of have some press for the fashion show. So you see Salma and Nicole together. And the photographer is saying, one more photo, one more photo.
Right.
And so Salma basically is trying to turn Nicole around to get the photo with Katy Perry. And Nicole did not like that.
No.
She kind of like swats at her hand. And Salma just looks so defeated and dejected. And eventually, Nicole does not take that photo. And she hugs Katy Perry and walks away.
Right. I mean, yeah, it was a tense situation. I think Selma was basically trying to sort of herd Nicole Kidman into getting this photo of the three of them with Katy Perry. And Nicole Kidman, you know, don't touch me. Sort of like, I don't care who you are or what you do. So Selma is married to the owner of
A billionaire.
Balenciaga.
Yeah, she's married to, he's a billionaire.
He's a billionaire, but he's the owner of Balenciaga.
I think owns he's the owner of the company that also owns Balenciaga.
Yeah,
he's like the umbrella that owns all these companies.
He owns a lot more than Balenciaga,
yes,
like Gucci and that sort of stuff. But so Selma's married to this guy. It's a Balenciaga event. Nicole Kidman is like, you know, the face of Balenciaga right now.
Yeah.
Is Selma kind of her boss at that event?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. I mean, even though her husband, you know, could say, like, never mind Nicole Kidman, we're not signing you for the next campaign. I think they consider themselves on the same level because they are actresses. They acted around the same, like, era. So I think they consider themselves, like, colleagues.
Yes, but at that event, when Nicole is at the event because she's an employee of Balenciaga. Otherwise, she would not be there. You know, Selma's there because she's married to the guy who owns it. And
but if she feels like she was being rude, she doesn't have to bow down to her.
She doesn't have to bow down, but I can also just understand Selma trying to sort of like just quickly make sure everything's going. The photographers are getting their snaps.
But it's the way she touched her. I probably would have had the same reaction as Nicole. I mean, it's one thing to be like, hey, quick photo, little tap. But she was totally trying to turn her.
Oh,
I was a little much to do to A-list star. I mean, look, they're both A-list, but like Nicole Kidman. Also, we have obtained a video right before that shows a little bit more of their interaction.
Okay.
They were happy. They were posing for photos because remember, the guy in the viral video was saying one more photo. So before this, you see them take the actual photo with Katie, which, by the way, was totally fine. I don't know why they needed to redo that photo.
Oh, so they took
a photo together, the three of them.
Oh.
Selma and Nicole are chatting it up. They're smiling. They're like catching up. It totally seems normal. But then everything took a turn, no pun intended, when Selma tried to turn her.
All right. So in general, do you think do you think an employee should give a boss's spouse the same level of respect that they give their boss?
I don't think it matters if you're a boss or not. I think it's like human level. You're either going to be polite.
She touched her.
No, Charlie.
You think someone was so impolite?
It was like turning. And I could see how someone wouldn't like that.
This is a very contentious first episode of the TMZ Pod Live.
Don't turn me like that for a Christmas photo at the TMZ Christmas party.
If you think Charlie is totally wrong, leave your comments now because I'll be agreeing with that at the end of the show. All right. Have we covered that one enough? I think we have. Moving on to our next story. Bianca Censori's mum. She's at the center of a pretty big story now. Alexandra's her name. So you'll remember there was Kanye West's former assistant, this lady named Lauren Pisciota. And she is like stunning.
Stunning and totally looks like his type.
I mean, yeah, totally.
For two reasons.
Yeah, for two reasons. Oh, yeah, and a third at the back there.
Maybe 4 reasons, yeah.
So she was his assistant. Then she turned into like, the Yeezy director at a time. She was big in his company before then alleging all these things about him and suing him for various sort of...
He was like allegedly like sending her like sexy videos that she didn't want. He was her boss. He apparently didn't pay her, like a bunch of things.
A bunch of things. Well, now Kanye's mother-in-law is being dragged into it because Alexandra Censori, she apparently had Kanye's affections. What Lauren alleges. She alleges she's got screenshots of texts that Kanye sent her.
Yep.
That Kanye sent her, they were texts between himself and Bianca.
Yeah.
In which he asked Bianca if he could bang her mother. And then he was asking this Lauren, should I ask Bianca if I can watch the mother have sex? It was a very weird thing going on.
Like she was helping him send these inappropriate texts.
Yes, and like Lauren's got these screenshots now. They're all coming out. They're saying this is what Kanye was asking me while he was married to Bianca about Bianca's mum.
And he even asked Lauren apparently in these screenshots of their text message saying, should I add, I want you to watch me
Bang.
Your mom. So he's like asking her like, oh, what's the appropriate way to ask my wife if I can like have her mom as well? Like,
so you're asking your like ex-assistant / was she maybe your girlfriend or
kind of hooking up according to her?
Very, very odd. But yeah, I mean, firstly, Bianca Censori's mom is stunning. So, you kind of get it.
It's just so weird.
Kanye's always had weird little sexual kinks like this.
Yes.
He likes, from what I've heard, he likes, just sex with random people or family members and that sort of stuff. He talks about it at least, if these text messages are to be believed.
Do you think he asked this to Kim K, too, about her mom?
About Chris?
Yeah.
I mean, probably, actually.
Yeah.
Chris
I want to know what Bianca said back. Like, how do you even figure out what to say back to that?
You don't need to wonder very long, all right? Because we know what she said back. According to this Lauren woman, what Bianca said back is, my mum is married. I'm going to bang someone else this weekend and tell you the next time you're banging me.
Oh, my gosh. This is so weird. I mean,
so weird.
I guess to each their own. It's really not illegal, but not my cup of tea.
It is not illegal. No, sir. Okay, on to our final story, and then we'll read out the comments and the questions there at the end. Aoki Lee Simmons, she's dropping out of modeling. Very sad news. She revealed in a video that she's dropping out of modeling because she keeps getting compared to her famous mother, Kimora Lee Simmons.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more?
Yeah, so she was at Paris Fashion Week, and she basically said that she's been consistently told that she's not pretty enough to make it into modeling, and that she's consistently measured against her famous mom. And she basically says, my mom is always going to be a way better model than me. It's just annoying to have that comparison sometimes. And she says that modeling is just a very hard industry, and she does plan to finish strong, but she's already looking to get another job. She wants to land a job in the government, which I thought was kind of interesting. She actually has a political science degree from Harvard, so she's a smart cookie.
That's crazy. She went to Harvard.
Yes. So she plans to take the Foreign Service test in order to work in international relations. But gosh, yeah, that must be so hard to be compared to your mom. By the way, a lot of people were wondering if she was going to be in the Victoria's Secret fashion show, which is making a huge comeback this week, but she's not going to be in it. She said that she auditioned and didn't get it.
Oh, sorry about that.
But
no, let me speak now, because we have a completely different take, and I've just disagreed with everything
I
you just
didn't
said.
even have a take.
You did. You felt sorry for her.
Yeah, it would be very hard to go up against your mom, Kimora Lee Simmons.
Firstly, modeling's not a real job, so I guess you'll have to do something real now.
Says the guy that would never have a chance at modeling.
Oh, that's a cheap shot. That was a cheap shot.
But I mean,
says you who does your fake little modeling where you pay the photographer to take photos of you for Instagram.
No, maybe they just want to work with me.
Sure, yeah, sure.
Collab.
Secondly, Nepo kids are very rarely as successful or talented as the parent they're going after. So
yeah, no, it's very hard, but it's even harder if everyone's consistently comparing you to somebody.
If you're a Nepo kid, just shut up and just enjoy all the benefits in life you've got. Just all we want from Nepos is don't complain.
Without a doubt, she wouldn't be as far as she has been without her mom.
Well, obviously.
But I can definitely see how you would hit a ceiling and not be able to make it farther because of your famous mom. But, you know, we've seen this with a lot of celebrities, kids that try to become models. Like, you know, recently, Nicole Kidman, speaking of Nicole, her daughter that she shares with Keith Urban opened the Miu Miu Paris fashion show just like a week ago.
Miu Miu.
So much criticism for her daughter, Sunday Rose, because people were like, she doesn't even know how to walk. Why is she up there?
Well, she knows how to walk. She's, what, 20? Like, hopefully.
Yeah, but I mean, people were like upset about that.
I'm upset. I'm sick of these celebrity kids, and all they think they want to do afterwards is model. Like, you can go through.
What's wrong with that? It's
just
hard.
not a real job. It's not hard, Charlie.
Do you know how to walk down a runway?
I know how to walk down a runway.
No, you do not.
Like these models,
do you know how to walk like Kimora Lee Simmons?
Yeah, I could learn it in about 15 minutes,
no,
Charlie.
You could not. It's actually a lot harder.
I'm sick of it. Get a real job like the rest of us.
Oh, please.
Here we are. Here's my real job. You're listening and watching it right now.
You want to just say modeling's not a real job just because it's based off of your looks, but there's actually a lot more to it. There is. Otherwise, I mean, LA is filled with beautiful people. Wouldn't everybody be like a high-paid model? They're not. Everyone's struggling.
Okay, spoken like a wannabe model. All right, now we're going to get to our comments section here at the end.
Exciting.
First comments. So on our first story about Nicole and Selma, Atlas.
Hey, Atlas.
Atlas
Thanks for watching.
Says, yeah, Nicole Kidman is not super perfect after all. Yeah,
wow.
She did have an air of, what was that movie she was from? Like Pleasantville or Stepford Wives, where everything's so perfect. She doesn't have an air of like perfection.
I thought you would side with her because she's Australian.
I don't just side with someone because they're Australian.
Oh, please, roll the tapes.
I am D Shields says, Selma was humbling that A-list mindset. Sounds reasonable. I agree.
I do love some Selma. I love Selma, but I could see how being touched a certain way, you gotta have boundaries.
Get over it. Bianca Sensori's mum, that story.
Yep.
We've got IMD Shields. She's
again. What's up?
Killing it on the comments. Kanye flirting with his wife's mum is not out of this world. Impossible happens with us D-listers also.
Oh, are you a D-lister?
Maybe it's because her name is D.
D? Yeah, the LOL.
And finally, on our Aoki Lee Simmons story, Deb Cole said, and they don't have the looks for modeling. All right, well,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. She's a beautiful girl, Aoki, but her mum, Kimora Lee, like, it's not only, modeling isn't only about the way you look. It's about, like,
yeah, totally,
the time in which you strike. And I think it's so saturated right now. We don't need another Aoki Lee Simmons model. Like, when Kimora came around, she was, like, groundbreaking, pioneer, killing it. And now it's just oversaturated. Also, let's read some some general comments here at the end, not specific of any story. Mr. Winston, the plug, says, love you, Charlie.
Which Charlie?
Well,
Probably me.
I think we know it's Charlie. And Rico Green says her voice is annoying.
Oh, I wonder who they're talking about.
Rico, facts, bro. Facts. I have to sit next to her every weekday
And guess
morning.
what, Rico? You're going to see me every Monday through Friday right here live on YouTube.
Yep, on YouTube.
At
man.
7:30.
All right, well, that was fairly
Fun?
seamless first live episode, Charlie.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me, Charlie.
Thanks for joining me. And you guys, don't forget to tune in tomorrow live on YouTube again. And you can chime in with all your comments, questions, concerns.
Yeah.
And we will hopefully respond to you.
Okay, see you guys here tomorrow. Goodbye.